going to put out a bounty. I will pay you if you go to this thing. And you can get video or report back on this. It is, let's just read off it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the lead draw. Tulsi Gabbard, Brett Weinstein, Russell Brand, Zuby. I don't know.
They have Tulsi Gabbard's military, Lieutenant Corporal Tulsi Graham.
Lara Logan, who's incidentally completely insane. Matt Taibbi, arguably. Dr. Robert Malone, anti-vaxxer. Dr. Pierre Corey, I'm not sure who that is.
He's another anti-vaxxer.
Heather Hang, that is Brett Weinstein's wife. Jimmy Dore, as you know, a lunatic. Colonel Douglas McGregor, I can't remember exactly what his insanity is. What's fascinating about this crew of people, the Rescue the Republic, like this is the sort of like, this is the group of people who is sort of like ostensibly, you know, going to peel off. Like I remember like there was like a cohort of people like this in the Clinton Trump campaign, right?
Yeah.
And less so in the Biden campaign. There was a cohort of people who were supposed to speak to the left and peel off votes or create dissatisfaction amongst, like, you know, the left and similarly situated people. And what's fascinating about this group of people here is that they're not cohesive. Like Robert Kennedy is, I would put him on par with Joe Biden in terms of like at least Zionist rhetoric and insistence. I would say that too of Tulsi Gabbard and probably Brett Weinstein. Even Taibbi to a certain extent. I don't know about the others. Russell Brand is a fundamentalist Christian now. Reborn. Lara Logan, I don't know. I mean, she's not even allowed on television on these right-wing outlets because they think she's so crazy.
Well, these people are so crazy enough that they think anti-vaxxism is a left-wing ideology.
Yes.
So, like, that's half of this list is just people who have vaccine anxiety.
Yes. And so like their constituency is, you know, it's like Trump's constituency. Like, it's unclear to me, like, you know, what this is. Like, this feels self-organized almost. Like someone without a strategy put this together because they just are like, it feels like a total grift. Like just a total, like all of these people, the only sort of cohesive, like sort of like fundamental shared vision is we need to monetize this right now.
We need some attention.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It really is fascinating because it doesn't have the same political salience as the, you know, sort of like, I mean, many of these people, like, you know, Taibbi would have had more influence, you know, 4 years ago, perhaps, amongst people who would potentially vote for Harris. He doesn't have that, you know, people have written him off. Same with Dore. They have written him off. Jimmy Dore has never had, since 2016, I think, any listeners who would vote Democratic in any circumstance whatsoever.
Yeah.
And people who even talk to Democrats. I mean, I'm sure there's a small cohort of like disaffected Democrats who are anti-vax, but they're gone. They were gone anyways. I mean, it's fascinating to me that these, you know, like there is no IDW anymore. Yeah. It's not like a bunch of, you know, the IDW was sold, let's remember, as liberals who were heterodox. And none of those people, that's all been sorted out. If that's what I find fascinating about this. There is no cohort. They want this to recreate, to get the band back together.
Yeah.
But the band, like one guy's gone off into insurance and he's coming in and he's just selling insurance products. And they're like, no, dude, you're the bass player. And he's like, well, but I got insurance products to sell now. You know, like the band is not the same.
No, well, I think if October 7th never happened, a lot of these people would be positioning themselves as anti-war, and I think that really messed them up because they can't. None of these people can take really anti-Israel positions. Like when Dore does it, he's like playing footsie with Candace Owens and stuff like that about some anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. But that's what would have. And I remember like 2008 seeing Ron Paul guys. That was the first time I saw like sort of. Grifters capitalizing on the American war machine that really like ideologically were repugnant. That's the same game.
Yep. Between the 101 and the 5 says COVID is spiking. That event will be a serious super spreader event guaranteed.
Well, they're all on the ivermectin, so.
Desert Lefty, it's the Unite the Right in the bank rally. Man Shovel, I hear a heavy metal horns in the Rescue of the Republic poster. Who is the devil worshippers now? David from the Bay, Sam, I'd take up your offer and Rescue the Republic conference, but I don't want to catch some novel tropical disease.
Yeah, good call.
Zane, that poster is amazing. Other than the anti-vax, the only thing they share in common is they're the most insufferable grifters. Kind of surprised Tim Pool isn't there, although some of these folks are more sunsetting their relevance.
Yeah, Tim Pool's got his revenue's doing better than I think a lot of these people.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.